will. Let's call the judiciary to order. It is now 6:30.
Verizon says 6:33.
Thank you. Sounds good. I think that should be like, don't you?
It would be nice.
I have a hard time with a little hand.
Okay, the reason I called this meeting to order for the Judiciary Committee is a reference to the charter government and signing it out. As you guys know, historically, we have brought charter government here before. 2 years ago in 2010, at that point in time, I was a judiciary chair at that time and had asked Mark Butterworth to educate the community, and I had also spoke and sent a letter to the Neighborhood Association Leadership Council and asked them if they could take it on to educate the community on what charter government was all about and how charter government could work for the city of Canton and what people wanted out of charter government that was presenting it. At that time, it dropped, and there was a gentleman, I believe, who said they were going to the community and was going to get signatures to put it on the ballot. At that point in time, we heard no more of charter government, which means nobody at all forwarded the issue on in terms of educating the community or went out to get signatures to put it on the ballot. Even at that time, I took a random poll here at City Council and asked the neighborhood associations who was here that night, all who understood what charter government was. And if anybody understood it, please stand. At that point in time, Monique Connor was the only person that stood, and then she misunderstood the question. So no one stood in favor and understanding what charter government was, which gave you an idea, and these are people that came to council on a regular basis. They didn't understand what charter government was, and they come here regularly. So then how would we believe that the rest of the community understood what charter government was and putting on a ballot so quickly? And thus, that's why this time around, when it came to the committee, I said I was going to take my time in signing this out and seeing what kind of a plan that they would have, or each of us would have, and why we're bringing this forward, so that we could also present that to the community at large. And if there's a plan around educating the community, etc. I think you guys read my comments in the newspaper, and why I feel that charter government isn't. We're not ready for charter government. That we are not. In my mind, we are not diverse enough in our thinking to have every ward represented. So with that being said, I wanted to ask the sponsors, and I know Mary said that she could not be here today, and Mary sponsored the communication to bring this down and asked every council person who would like to be involved. I know that Edmund had indicated that he would sign on, and then Edmund took the lead. So today, Edmund, I know you have a presentation to present to council, and maybe you can tell us what was your thinking around not sponsoring it, but supporting the communication that came down for charter government, and what is there a plan to educate the community and etc. So with that saying, if Member Hott.
Yeah. One person's making the decision for the entire council whether this thing comes out or not, and that's you. You should sign that and get it out for a vote. We're representing, no, wait a minute, I didn't interrupt you. Please don't interrupt me.
I'm the chair, so I can interrupt. That's my role.
Your rule, thank you. Yes. I'm glad we all abide by that.
Yes. Thank you. And we abide by your committee as well, so thank you. But everybody has that in the chairmanship.
Now, it should come out for a vote of council. Holding this thing and not signing it out is just basically un-American. We're here to represent the people and to vote the way they direct us to. It should come before council. It should come out for a vote. And we don't know what charter government is going to look like until the charter is drawn.
Correct.
And that takes 15 people to draw that charter.
Correct.
Those 15 people are elected at large from the entire community.
Correct.
Short of changing state law, there's nothing else we can do about it. But if we can't make it any different. State law dictates how we form charter government. It does. It says 15 people elected at large to do that.
But the question on the floor, Member Hockman, with all due respect, is to the sponsors and asking them the reason why the charter was brought forward. And I think that's what we are going to determine tonight, whether or not this goes forward and I sign it out or not. So I think you're jumping the gun a little bit. And it is the prerogative of every chair to be able to thoroughly research the legislation before them. We've had several ordinances that came through Judiciary Committee that we could not enforce, that I ended up having to work to try to get it fixed. So I'm saying tonight that in all pieces that come through the Judiciary, as long as I'm chair, I'm going to thoroughly research it so we don't have that problem again.